As we continue in Song of Solomon, our verse of the day is from chapter 6, verse 5, where the young man is saying to the young woman, "Turn away your eyes from me, for they overwhelm me. Your hair is like a flock of goats moving down the slopes of Gilead." Again, he's somewhat repetitive in talking about, continuing about how she looks and her cheeks and her teeth and her hair and all those sorts of things. But I want to expand from the lover's praise of his beloved to really encourage you today to think about how much do you speak words of affirmation and encouragement to other people that helps them to know that they are loved and valued and appreciated. That's one of the things I take from the book of Song of Solomon, and it applies to all of us, whether we're married or single, no matter what our life situation is. Think how good it is for the two lovers in this book to hear words of affirmation and encouragement. And remember, in the sermon on Sunday, I said that words of affirmation, that's one of the 5 love languages mentioned in the book of that title. And this book is underscoring how important it is for all of us to hear these words and to speak them. So I encourage you, as you think about the people in your family, in your circles of influence, even people you just casually encounter during the course of your day, a person in a checkout line at a grocery store, a pharmacist, as you go to pick up a prescription. But whenever you encounter people, keep in mind we all need to hear words of hope and encouragement and affirmation. And so that's something that you can do for the people around you, whether they're people in your family or people you just may be encountering one time in a store. The other thing I want to highlight from this is if you go on to look at verse 9, it says, "My dove, my perfect one, is the only one." And basically goes on to say how his beloved is unique. And that's another thing that I think is important to keep in mind. Every person in our family, in our relational circle, each person is unique. And part of what we want to do is to pay attention to and listen to people so that we can appreciate and celebrate and encourage their uniqueness. All our kids are not the same if we're parents. All our siblings are not the same if we have sisters and brothers. So it is important to try to see and value the uniqueness of every single individual we meet.